Hey guys, today I'll be doing a breakdown on the episode 4 of Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village arc. But before we get to the video, please give a like and hit the subscribe button to see my channel grow. So let's get straight to the video. Muichiro slashes the fish demon and decapitates it, but it regenerates. He tries breaking the pot stationed on the demon's back and subsequently makes it disintegrate, then realizes the pot was the source of power for the demon, likely the result of a blood demon. As he continues to think, Kotetsu cries and ambushes him with a hug, and thanks him for saving him while also apologizing for calling him names earlier. Muichiro tells Kotetsu to leave as he has to make it back to the village. Kotetsu begs him not to go since Kozo Kanamori and Hotaru Haganazuka were under attack while Hotaru was finishing a blade. Muichiro tries to turn down his request, but he hesitates when he hears Kagaya Ubayashiki's voice in his head, who tells him to rediscover himself. Surprised at the pause, Muichiro thinks back to when he had gotten amnesia after being saved by Kagaya, who had told him not to worry about the memory loss, and that the mist in his head will eventually clear out with matters that may seem unimportant at first. Convinced, Muichiro carries Kotetsu with him as they search for Kozo. As they continue through the forest, Muichiro begins to doubt if he was doing the right thing as the village was still in danger. However, he pushes the thought away and reminds himself that he is the mist, Hashira acknowledged by his master.
In the forest near the edge of the village, Tanjiro dodges an attack from Urogi by slicing his head, splitting him into two more demons.
The pair of demons generate more sonic screams and direct them at Tanjiro, but he is able to withstand them and observes that Hantengo is most powerful at 4 separate demons that represent the 4 primary emotions. Any more splitting would decrease their attack strength. With this information, Tanjiro continues to attack Urogi and is slashed across the chest with the demon's sharp claws, but manages to land multiple blows on his head. Back in the building, Nezuko struggles against Karaku. Sekido impatiently asks for his partner to defeat her, and Azetsu volunteers to land the final blow. However, as Azetsu attempts to pull his spear out of Giyu, the demon slayer points his gun at him and blasts off his head. Sekido berates Azetsu for his foolishness after Genya Shinazugawa shoots off his head, and the demon responds by forcibly pulling his spear out of Genya, mortally damaging him. He comments on how the spear lodged in Genya's body had prevented him from dying after it hit his vital points, and now he will perish. Ignoring him, Genya quietly chants the Amida Sutra, which is recognized by Azetsu. Angered at the delay, Sekido yells at Azetsu to kill Genya, but he dodges his spear and attacks Azetsu from behind with a Nichiren sword. However, before Genya can cut off the demon's head, he gets blasted from Sekido's lightning and becomes incapacitated, though he manages to hit Sekido with a bullet. Azetsu responds by hitting him with the spear's shaft, knocking him into the wall. Genya recovers from being hit into the wall and continues muttering the chant. Still struggling against Nezuko Kamado, Karaku gleefully watches his companions fight and then impales Nezuko through the stomach with his foot. He gives instructions to Sekido and pulls Nezuko's arm off, but he receives a hefty kick from her and nearly loses his head. Using her blood demon art, Nezuko proceeds to burn Karaku and pulls herself from his grasp. When Karaku is yelled at by Sekido, she takes his fan and blows him out of the building. She tries to do the same with Sekido, but he sticks his staff through her neck and shocks her with bolts of lightning, paralyzing her. Back in the forest, Tanjiro Kamado continues fighting against Urogi, who continuously slashes him with his talons. Tanjiro forces himself not to panic and makes it a priority to return to the building, internally telling Genya and Nezuko to keep holding on. Surprised that he is still alive, Sekido questions him. Smiling, Genya holds up his gun and tells him his name, stating that he will be the one to kill him. Tanjiro Kamado continues fighting against Urogi and considers using the demon's flight ability to exit the forest and return to Nezuko Kamado and Genya Shinazugawa in the village. Finalizing his plan, Tanjiro stabs the demon in the mouth when he picks him up and uses the force to smash into the building's exterior wall, cracking it and falling in. Tanjiro picks himself in time to see Sekido paralyzing Nezuko. When he dashes to save her, Sekido generates another staff and tries to hit Tanjiro, but the boy uses Urogi's foot to defend himself and prevent the lightning from reaching him.
He then slices the demon's head and tongue, stalling some time for him to pull the staff out of Nezuko's neck.
Suddenly, Tanjiro gets slammed down on the ground with the second staff and is about to receive a shock of lightning, but Nezuko recovers in time to burn Sakido and prevent him from hurting him. Relieved that Nezuko's blood demon art is effective, he looks up in time to see Karaku soar through the air and hit the building's floor with enough pressure to bore a hole through it and render Tanjiro and Nezuko unconscious. Urogi, Karaku, and Sakido then regroup and gaze over their opponents, planning on dealing the final blow. A crow caws through the night as Mitsuri Kanroji runs through the forest. She tells herself to hurry and enthusiastically states the convenience of the swordsmith village being close to where she was stationed. So that's it, guys. I'll make a next breakdown when the next episode airs. Don't forget to subscribe and give a like for more Demon Slayer content, and go watch my breakdown of Akaja vs Tanjiro and Giyu in the Infinity Castle art chair. Link in the description. Bye, guys. Stay awesome.